if you can learn how to manage people, manage capital, create value, and then distribute that value at scale, you can do practically anything in life. I tweeted this out the other day, and really, this is how you apply the 4 different types of money-making leverage. We have labor, which is the ability to manage people. You have capital leverage, which is your ability to manage money and then put it to work for you, so it's working harder for you than you worked for it. And then the ability to create value is content or media, and then the ability to distribute that at scale is technology. And this is just a simple way to think about what are the things in your life, if you want to elevate your skills in your business and you want to make more money, these are really the 4 things that you should be spending all your time thinking about and like acquiring skills around. How do you manage people? How do you become a better leader? How do you focus people towards a target, and how do you organize them and then rally the troops to run with gusto towards that thing? How do you get people to communicate with different personalities? How do you incentivize people to stay on track? All of these things go into managing people. And then managing capital, the capital leverage side. What do you need to know about the money game, how it works, how banks work, how debt works, how credit works? When you understand how those levers can all be pulled in different ways, then you can start taking your dollar, you can start putting it to work for you, whether that's investing it into assets to continue expanding and growing your business, whether that's buying assets with the cash flow coming in from your business so that that money is also continuing to work for you. There's so many different aspects to this, and capital is the one that has really had the biggest effect on my life over the last decade, as I've gotten into real estate and really leveraged debt markets and capital equity markets, which I never had any clue about before I was 28 years old. So that's definitely a skill worth mastering. In terms of creating value, what that's really about is like, how do you design a product that people actually want? And that sounds maybe overly simplified, but the truth is, like, creating a really good product is surprisingly difficult. And it takes a lot of iteration, a lot of failure, actually. I've had so many failures. But this is where content is beautiful, because content is a form of value, it's a form of a product. And you can get so many repetitions with free distribution through Instagram, through Twitter, through LinkedIn, through YouTube, through TikTok. Like, you can take a million swings at bat to figure out what's hitting, what's the product that your audience wants. And then if you can figure out how to distribute the value at scale, that's, again, using technology. That could be using different, platforms that allow you to bring communities together. That could be using Shopify. That could be using Amazon and drop shipping. There's so many different ways that you could deliver the value of that product that you've created. But that is in itself another skill. Like, it took me a whole 1.5 years of daily iteration on Amazon to really master that platform. At our last business, Escape Climbing, which it ended up being like 1/3 of our business came through Amazon. That's distribution of value at scale. And so if you can master these 4 things, managing people, capital, creating value, and distributing value at scale, you're going to do very, very well. I would start with one of these. Capital is probably the one that's going to come the latest, because you have to get money first before you can get out there and really start managing it, right? So that's where I think creating value and distributing value at scale are the 2 places to start. Through that, managing people will become part of that process, depending on the type of business that you build. If you could, I would avoid building big teams. I'm a big fan of small, lean, nimble teams that can produce a huge ROI. Instead of having 100 different employees, I'd rather have 10 high caliber, very high quality employees, and then hire out different vendors and suppliers for the rest of the work. And then finally, once you have that cash flowing machine coming in from your businesses, then you can start taking it and deploying it and worrying about, how do you invest this? What do you do with that capital? How do you manage it? But that's probably going to be the last rung in the ladder, so to speak. So that's it. That's all I got. I don't know. Just wanted to bring this back to the forefront of your mind, because, again, leverage is everything in the world of business, and in terms of scaling and growing and increasing your earning capacity. So hope this brings you guys all some value. If not, well, I apologize. I'll try harder tomorrow. But until then, stay hyper-focused, my friends.